You are the choir mistress now, yeah? God will thank you, right? Yes. So God always accepts our thanks, even if you don't know how to pray.
If you get me angry,
the African Portal Radio nílùú Victoria Elerinmo àti lórí òkè waterproof ibẹ̀ náà lẹ́wà yìí ibẹ̀ láti ń dá kẹ̀kẹ́ lókè ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ kan ló ń bẹ lójú òpó ètò yìí tí wọ́n mọ̀ mú wá fún yín. Kábíyèsí ti wà nínú ilé agodo pẹ̀lú mi tẹ́mi àti wọn tájọ máa ní ọ̀rọ̀ jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ètò yìí. Ẹ bá ń gbé kábíyèsí níyì, ẹ bá ń gbé kábíyèsí lẹ́yẹ. Kábíyèsí ti wà lórí àwọn rédíò tẹlifíṣàn ti orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Kábíyèsí wà lórí rédíò Ẹlẹ́rù Abúgbà ti the African Portal nílùú Victoria ibẹ̀ náà wà yìí. Ẹ wo èdè Yorùbá ni wọ́n fi ṣètò yìí ní pọ́nbélé tí wọ́n bá fi òyìnbó sí yóò jẹ́ kékeré kí n lè bá jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ wa kí wọ́n lè bá lè kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nínú nǹkan tí à ń sọ. Ẹ wo ẹ bá ń gbé kábíyèsí níyì. Kábíyèsí mo kí yín, mo júbà yín, mo júbà kò tẹ́ ẹ dì mú. Mo kí yín, mo sì fi yẹ ọmọlúàbí, mo fi wọ kábíyèsí. Kábíyèsí mo súnmọ́ba níwọ̀n ẹgbẹ̀fà, mo jìnnà sọ́ba níwọ̀n ẹgbẹ̀je, arọ́bàfín òǹlọ́ba pa. Mo júbà Oriade, mo sì júbà àtẹ ẹ̀lẹ̀kẹ̀ tí ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ yín. Mo júbà ipò tẹ́ dìbò, mo sì júbà gbogbo tẹ́ fi ń jẹyàn pátápátá kábíyèsí. Mo júbà yín o, mo nà yín ní ọ̀gọ̀ ẹnu. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí the African Portal Radio. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń wò yín nílé tí wọ́n ń kí yín, àwọn èèyàn pọ̀. Double Chief Akin Williams ní kí n máa kí yín, kí n máa nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu. Èrò pọ̀ bàbí lójú òpó tí wọ́n ń kí kábíyèsí, tó ń gbé kábíyèsí níyì, tó ń gbé kábíyèsí lẹ́yẹ. Ẹ̀yin tó wọlé sórí àtàgbé yìí, ẹ máa bá ń share ètò yìí, ẹ máa share lógúnlógún, ẹ máa share lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan náà ni wọ́n máa mú wá fún yín. Ìrọ̀ pọ̀ tí a máa bá kábíyèsí sọ. Kábíyèsí ẹ jẹ́ n kọ́kọ́ fi àsìkò yìí kí n fi rábàbà níwájú kábíyèsí, níwájú Oriade, kí n sì ṣàdúrà wípé kádé kó pẹ́ lórí kábíyèsí, kírùkẹ̀rẹ̀ kó di òkèèrè lọ́wọ́ kábíyèsí, kí kábíyèsí kó pẹ́ lórí àpèrè àwọn baba ńlá yín tẹ́ jókòó sí yìí. Ìlú kórójú kóráyè lásìkò títí yín, àsìkò títí yín kí tẹ̀síwájú kó máa bá ìlú. Kábíyèsí mo kí yín o, mo sì kí yín káàbọ̀ sórí àtàgbé ètò yìí. Orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa láwà, àwọn ọmọ Saudi ti ń fi iye ọmọ Saudi wọ́n ti fi ń wọ̀ yín. Abala tá a wà yìí labala ọmọ Yorùbá, ìntẹ́ jẹ́ gangan, ìntẹ́ gbé dání, in tó ń ṣàlàyé yín, in tó jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ yín, ohun gangan náà labala tá a wà yìí. Tẹ́nítẹ́ní tí Yorùbá lélẹ́yìí lórílẹ̀-èdè South Africa. Kábíyèsí ẹ káàbọ̀ sórílẹ̀-èdè South Africa. To everyone listening to us, thank you very, very much. I'm going to do this very briefly to welcome everyone, no matter where you are, no matter the language you speak. I greet you according to your time zone, and I welcome you to the African Portal Radio TV here in Pretoria, South Africa. Dumela to South Africans, Ashe, Moloi, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to everyone in eastern part of Africa, northern part of Africa, central Africa, northern part of Africa. I greet you and I salute everyone. In East Africa, Abarisa Muchana to everyone in East Africa. In English-speaking country, hello. In French-speaking country, bonjour. In other countries where they speak Portuguese, obrigado, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. And also, I greet every one of you, no matter where you are. In Nigeria, in Igbo land, Kedu, in northern parts of Nigeria, in Nakwana, nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo kí yín mo nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu, mo kí dúdú, mo kọ́kùnrin, mo kọ́bìnrin, mo kọ́mọdé, mo kágbà. Mo ká ṣáàdì, mo kí gbogbo ládéládé, mo kí gbogbo lóyè, mo kí gbogbo ọ̀tọ̀kùlú pátápátá. Mo kí wọn nífẹ̀ẹ́ òdáyé níbi tí ojúmọ́ ire ti ń mọ́ wá, mo kí bàbá ọ̀jájá tán gbèdí ọ̀tẹ̀ tán lẹ́mọ́lẹ̀ pẹrẹgẹdẹ, mo kí yín o mo nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu, mo kí wọn lọ́fà, ọmọ ọlọ́fà mọ́jọ, ọmọ abíṣujó kọ ìjàkadì lóró tọ̀fà, mo kí yín lẹ́dẹ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀mọ̀ pọ̀rọ̀ ogun ọmọ ajílàlá ọ̀ṣọ́, ọmọ ají fọjọ́ gbogbo dára bíi ègbè, mo kí yín ní Ìsẹ́yìn orò, ọmọ ẹ̀bẹ̀dì mọ̀kọ̀, mo kí yín mo sì nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu, mo kí gbogbo ìlú pátápátá, ìlú kéréje ìlú ńláńlá lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo kí yín káàbọ̀ sí ilé, mo kí wọn lẹ́ Ìjẹ̀ṣà, mo kí wọn lẹ́rìn Ìjẹ̀ṣà, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Ìjẹ̀ṣà pátápátá nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi, ọmọ ẹlẹ́ni àtẹ́ẹ̀ká, ọmọ ẹlẹ́ni ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀, mo kí yín o, mojúbà kò tẹ́ dìmú, mo kí gbogbo ládéládé nílẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀ṣà, mo kí yín láti Àtàkùmọ̀sà, láti bó ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti Iléṣà, láti ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá wa wá Òbòkun tó fi dé gbogbo ilẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀ṣà pátápátá, mo kí yín mo nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu. Kábíyèsí, ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ ń bẹ, wọ́n bá yín sàwọn kankan tó jẹ́ wípé nípa ilẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀ṣà Ìjẹ̀ṣà ó gbè mí, mo dúpẹ́ pé òkú pé ẹ fún mi láyè, jẹ́ kí n gbé yín wá sórí òpó ètò yìí. Kábíyèsí ẹ bá ń kí ìlú fẹ́ gbóhùn yín, ìlú fẹ́ mi lóyè, ìlú fẹ́ gbóhùn yín, ẹ bá ń kí Kábíyèsí pé wà lórí àtàgbé.
Ẹ ṣeun atọ́kùn, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí, tẹ̀dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Mo ṣáájú mojúbà fún Ọlọ́run ọba Elédùmarè tó dá wa sí dọjọ́ ìní, ìbà fọ́lọ́run ọba, ìbà fáwọn àwọn bàbá ńlá wa tó ti wà lórí àpèrè yìí tẹ́lẹ̀ káwa gan tó débẹ̀. Mojúbà Ọọ̀ni Ifẹ̀ Ọ̀jájá the second, mojúbà fún bàbá wa Ọwá Òbòkun Àdìmúlà ti Ìjẹ̀ṣà land. Á dáa fún gbogbo wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Inú mi dùn lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ fún àǹfààní tí ẹ fún mi láti wà lórí afẹ́fẹ́ pẹ̀lú yín. Mo kí ọ̀gbẹ́ni double chief olóyè rẹpẹtẹ Akin William, mo dẹ̀ kí ẹ̀yin gan náà fúnra yín African Portal, iṣẹ́ takuntakun tẹ́ ń ṣe, tẹ́ ń gbórúkọ wa níyì nílùú South Africa. Olúwa wà pẹ̀lú yín, ẹ̀ ní ṣíṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ẹ kéré oko délé.
Ẹ ṣeun kábíyèsí, mo dúpẹ́ pé òkun lọ́wọ́ yín wípé ẹ wà lórí àtàgbé yìí. Kábíyèsí ẹ fún mi láyè torí àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa tí wọ́n ń wo ètò yìí náà pẹ̀lú wọ́n mọ̀ sọ èdè ìbò kéékèèké, kò yẹ kí n sọ èbó níwájú Kábíyèsí, èdè Yorùbá pọ́nbélé ló yẹ kí n sọ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ dópin ètò yìí, ṣùgbọ́n torí pé ẹ wà lórílẹ̀-èdè South Africa, ká ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà mo ti ń gbé yín wọlé ni, Yorùbá ni wọ́n fi ṣètò yìí. Ní ọjọ́ Wednesday, Kábíyèsí ọba ti ìlú Ìgànná wọ́n wà lórí ètò yìí pẹ̀lú mi, tèmi àti wọn tá a jọ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀. Kábíyèsí ẹ jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ Saudi tó ń gbọ́ èdè yìí káwọn náà lè bà lè rí nǹkan tí à ń ṣe. I greet you all no matter where you are in South Africa. This is one of the great monarchs in Africa and is here in South Africa. This is a great collaboration between South Africa and Nigeria. The Kabiyesi is actually the face of Nigeria in South Africa, the face of the Yorubas in South Africa, and is right here, right now on the African Portal Radio TV. One of the great things about the monarch in Yoruba land is that the monarch are the owner of the city. Ọba ló nílùú, ọba bá lórí ohun gbogbo ni. So to everyone joining us, please kindly share this program. The more you share it, the more you give it opportunity to go viral. So please kindly share this program, share it, let it go viral. And I will open the line to be receiving one or two calls from people that will love to speak to Kabiyesi as well on this program. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ má bínú wípé mo sáré wọnú abala o, káròdì mọ́ṣọ káròṣọ mọ́dì kídì kó mọ́ ti gbófo náà ni. Ẹ wò ó, ẹ jẹ́ sáré ṣe pápá àpábí àwọn ìyá ìṣọ̀nà, ẹ jẹ́ mú báyìí lórí ètò yìí. Adúbọ̀ Ọlọ́run ọba dániwáyé, ọba tó lọ́jọ́, ọba tó lè gbọ́, ọba tó làkókò, ọba tó lànà, ọba tó lòní, ọba tó lọ̀lọ́, ọba àpè ìjúbọ, ọba àpè ìpìtàn, ọba àrí ìrítàn, ọba àwòwò tán, ọba lórí ayé gbogbo, ọba àná, ọba òní, ọba ọlọ́ba ẹ̀yẹ, ọba wíwọ, ọba sísọ, ọba jíjí, ọba tó bùkún ẹ̀mí wa, ọba tó jí wa lónìí, ọba tí ò jẹ́ akúpọ̀ táyọ̀, ọba tó láyé wa, ọba tó níbẹ̀rẹ̀, ọba tó lòpọ̀, ọba tó lànà, ọba tó lòní, ọba tó lọ̀lọ́, ọba ẹ̀yẹ, ọba àbọ̀, ọba láàánú, ọba tí ń fọba jẹ, ọba ńlá, ọba lórí ayé gbogbo. Ọlọ́run ọba adúpẹ́ Elédùà, adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run tó yọ wá, tó ní wá, tó ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀, tó lòpin, tó lànà. ọ̀nà ló lo gbogbo nínú ohun gbogbo. Elédùmarè tí Yorùbá bá wí, Yorùbá ó pè ní Elédùmarè, ọba takuntakun lóde ọ̀ràngún, ọba ńlá, ọba tó ba lórí ohun gbogbo. Ọ̀nà lálágbára, olójú gbogbo alágbára lọ. Ọlọ́run ọba dúpẹ́ o. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó ń wò wá, àdúpẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin tó ń kọ́mẹ̀ntì, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, ojú òní tì yín. Orúkọ mi ò yí padà, èmi náà ni ọmọ yín, ọ̀rẹ́ yín, olólùfẹ́ yín, Olúdáre Olùsàn, ọmọ olùṣọ́ àgùntàn Samuel Olúṣọ̀gun Olùsàn. Kábíyèsí ẹ fún láyé, mo tọrọ àforíjì lọ́wọ́ kábíyèsí, ẹ jẹ́ ń kíra mi káwọn èèyàn lè mọ̀ mí, kán mọ bí mo ti ń bọ̀. Kábíyèsí ẹ fún láyé. Èmi lọ pápá dámọ̀ ń tan ọ̀fọ́mọ ọkùnrin bọ̀lẹ̀ ọmọ tó sì ń sùn ọ̀hún kárí bíi kọ́lé sí ọmọ oníyan ọjọ́ kẹfà tí ń ṣerúkú lẹ́lẹ́tòjọ́ orí ti ẹ̀jẹ̀ láti ilé ìyá mi. Èmi lògì náà pa bí ẹkùn bá bà mí ò sí ńlé làájà sàn tí bá ń bẹ ńlé adúmbù ẹran fún mi jẹ. Ọmọ orí molú sì lèmi, ọmọ ají fọwọ́rẹ́ ṣe tẹ̀jẹ̀, ọmọ ají fọwọ́ tiẹ̀ ṣe tí ó jẹ. Ọlọ́run ọba ló gbé wa kalẹ̀, ọba ńlá, ọba aláàánú, ọba tó ní gbogbo ẹ̀mí wa lọ́wọ́, ọba tí ń wá ń tá jẹ ààrò ńlá tó ń wọ́n tí gbogbo ayé ò jẹ. Ọlọ́run ọba dúpẹ́. Ìlú Ìbàdàn náà ti bí lọ́mọ, Ìbàdàn lé Olúyọ̀lé, ìlú Ìbíkúnlé alágbàlá ológòdó kẹ̀ríkẹ̀rí lójú ogun. Wọ́n lébọ̀ lẹ́yìn Ìjagunlabí, ó ń lara iwájú. Ìbàdàn mọ́jà tán fi kára iwájú, tán fi kówó ọlẹ́rú, ọmọ agbósásá mọ́sá, ọmọ àyàyà mọ́yà Ìbàdàn ní jẹ́bẹ̀. Kábíyèsí ẹ wò, wọ́n gbé yín padà lọlé, wọ́n lọ Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀, wọ́n lọ Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀, wọ́n lọ gbóríkì Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀ wá. Ẹ wo gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀ tó ń wo ètò, gbogbo ọmọ Iléṣà, gbogbo ọmọ Àtàkùmọ̀sà pátápátá ní gbogbo bí tẹ́ bá wà ẹtú ayẹtú sórí ètò yìí. Kábíyèsí ń bẹ lórí ètò. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá nílé lóko, ọ̀rẹ́ mi àtàtà ìmùlẹ̀ mi, ọmọọba Ògúnṣọlá Patrick, mo kí yín o, mo nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu, ojú òní tì yín, ìbàjẹ́ òní bá yín, àjọṣewọ́ òní dojúrú. Kábíyèsí ẹ ṣeun pé ẹ wá sórílẹ̀-èdè South Africa. Ẹ já sáré ṣe bí ó ti yẹ aṣẹ kó lè bá rí bó ti yẹ ó rí. Kábíyèsí, àwọn èèyàn ń wò yín nílé, ìlú ń wò yín, wọ́n ń wò yín lórílẹ̀-èdè South Africa. Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ ta ni kábíyèsí gan, ibo ni kábíyèsí ti ń bọ̀, ìlú Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀ ibo gan ló wà lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Kí nìtàn sọ nípa ìlú Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀? Kí nìtàn sọ nípa orí àpèrè àwọn bàbá yín? Bó gan ni kábíyèsí ṣe dórí àpèrè? Àwọn ìbéèrè yìí ló ń tawọ́ tasẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ní máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín. Kábíyèsí ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ bá nọ́mbẹ̀ fáwọn èèyàn tí ń gbọ́ wa nílé.
Ẹ ṣeun atọ́kùn. Èmi ni Aláyélúwà ọ̀mọ̀wé ọba Michael Adéagbo Adébọ̀wálé Olúmídé Ọdúnayọ̀ Ajayi, Arowotawaya kejì, Elerinmo tìlú Erinmo Kingdom ní Ìjẹ̀ṣàland. Erinmo jẹ́ ìlú tó wà ní Oriade local government ní Ọ̀ṣun state nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Erinmo yìí nínú ìtàn tí a gbọ́ pé a dá Erinmo sílẹ̀ on or about 1100 AD. Ọba Lufon Aláyémọrẹ ló dá ìlú Erinmo sílẹ̀. Now, link wa sí Ifẹ̀ ni pé ẹni tó jẹ́ bàbá Ọba Lufon Aláyémọrẹ, òun ni ọba tá a gbọ́ nínú ìtàn kó pẹ́ jù lórí àpèrè, Ọba Lufon Ògbógbódìrín. Ọmọ rẹ̀ ni Ọba Lufon Aláyémọrẹ tó kúrò nífẹ̀ nígbà tí Ọ̀rànmíyàn kógun wọ̀lú tó fẹ́ wá gba àpèrè náà, tó fẹ́ jókòó pé òun ló yẹ kó wà ń bẹ̀. So ibi tó ti ń rìn lọ, tó ti ń ṣe tó rẹ́ àwọn èèyàn náà, ti débi kan tán ní àẹjọ ẹ̀rìn. Wọ́n wá dúró díẹ̀, wọ́n wá fi ìmọ̀ mọ́lé ẹ̀rìn ìmọ̀, ibi tí Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀ ti jáde nìyẹn. Ìgbà tó fẹ́ kúrò lẹ́rìnmọ̀, ó fi ọmọ ẹ̀ Àgìdọ̀yìn sórí ìtẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọba. Ó tún wá tẹ̀síwájú lọ sílùú Ẹ̀fọ̀n tó lọ jọba síbẹ̀, Aláàyè Ọ̀fẹ̀fọ̀n. Ìgbà tó tún yá, wọ́n tún ránṣẹ́ pé padà wá tún wá jẹ Ọọ̀ni lẹ́lẹ́kejì, ó tún lọ jẹ Ọọ̀ni. Ìlú Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀ jẹ́ ìlú tó yẹ pé a mọ̀ nípa ètò oúnjẹ, ètò àgbẹ̀. Àwọn àgbẹ̀ ló pọ̀ jù nílùú Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀. Àgbẹ̀ kòkó, àgbẹ̀ ẹ̀gẹ́, àgbẹ̀ rice àti oríṣiríṣi oúnjẹ lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. So tá bá fẹ́ sọ lédè òyìnbó, a ní ìlú Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀ jẹ́ ìlú tó yẹ pé ó dàbí food basket gbogbo agbègbè yẹn tó ń ṣe. Àwọn ọmọ ìlú Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀ wọ́n já àwọn ọmọ gidi. Ìlú Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀ tún wá lórúkọ nípa ìlànà Ọlọ́run, nítorí pé Ọlọ́run kẹ́ ìlú Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn orí òkè ńláńlá tàdúrà ti ń gbà. Lẹ́rìnmọ̀ ẹ máa gbọ́ orí òkè agbára. Tẹ́ bá gorí òkè agbára, kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ béèrè lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run, Ọlọ́run á ṣe fún yín. Orí òkè òtítọ́, orí òkè kò ṣeun tì. Àwọn orí òkè yìí wọ́n tún fi mọ gbogbo Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tó wà ní òyìnbó ló jẹ́ pé tán bá dé ìlú Nàìjíríà, àwọn àkọ́kọ́ máa bọ̀ lórí òkè Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀. Gbogbo èèyàn ló mọ̀ pé orí òkè Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀ lágbára. Even àwọn olórin wọn ń kọ́, wọ́n ní ṣe mí bó ṣe ṣòkò Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀, ṣe agbára ayé òkà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ̀rọ̀ Ẹ̀rìnmọ̀ ṣe jẹ́. Èmi tí mo jẹ́ Elẹ́rìnmọ̀ yìí, mo gun orí àpèrè yìí níbi ọdún 7 sẹ́yìn láti royal lineage ti Arowotawaya. A ní 4 lẹ́rìnmọ̀, a ní Arowotawaya, a ní Òṣùpá Ìdímì, a ní Ọ̀bọ̀yìlékan, a ní Ajẹ̀rànbí Alátẹ̀. Nínú ẹ̀ méjì nínú ẹ̀ ní ìdílé mi ti wá. Ọ̀bọ̀yìlékan àti Arowotawaya mo gorí àpèrè gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìlànà Arowotawaya lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. So mo ti lò bí ọdún 7 k'Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́mi mi gùn lórí oyè, kí n ní àlàáfíà, kí n ṣe ohun rere. Ó jẹ́ ṣókí, a má ti sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
Lágbára Èdùmàrè kábíyèsí, orí àpèrè tẹ́ jókòó sí yìí, ẹ̀mí yóò gùn lágbára Èdùmàrè. Igba ọdún kan ni lágbára Èdùmàrè kábíyèsí. Kábíyèsí mo dúpẹ́ sí òkun fọ́láyé tẹ́ ẹ ṣe. Àwọn ọmọ tí ń bọ̀ lọ́la wọ́n ti rí pé nǹkan títàn sọ nípa ìlú Erinmo wọ́n ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu kábíyèsí. Àwọn ìran tó sì wà lónìí tí wọ́n mọ̀ nípa ìlú Erinmo, àwọn náà ti gbọ́ nípa nǹkan tí ìtàn sọ nípa ìlú Erinmo. Kábíyèsí, mo ní àkọsílẹ̀ pàtàkì kan tí ẹ fi ránṣẹ́ sí mi. N ò bá kà á lórí ètò yìí, ṣùgbọ́n torí àkókò àti torí àwọn nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ bá yín sọ, n ò ní lè kà á, ṣùgbọ́n ó wà nínú fọ́nrán nínú ohun tẹ́ fi ránṣẹ́ sí mi. Ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá ń lọ nínú ètò, n ó mọ̀ dé àárín rẹ̀ tá a mọ̀ mú wá lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan èjèèjì tí a mọ̀ fi sí orí abala ètò yìí. Lọ́wọ́rọ́ òní ẹ wà lórí iléeṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn ti àgbáláyé ti orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa, lórí Newsroom Africa. Níbẹ̀ náà ni mo ti sọ pé dandan pa o, n gbọ́dọ̀ rí kábíyèsí bá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí the African Portal. I just want to use this time to thank all the workers, all the staffs, and all the management of Newsroom Africa, SABC, for the great opportunity to host this great monarch on their radio station and TV station. I really appreciate it. That is one of the great things that are actually looking forward to. You know, the bad news of Nigerians is very fast spreading in South Africa. And I really appreciated that you put it upon yourself to spread the good news of Nigeria, of Yorubas. I really, really appreciate it. We don't take it for granted. We really appreciate everyone that make that possible. I celebrate every one of you. Thank you very much for that great opportunity. And also I want to thank all the radio station, especially Alexandra radio station, that give KABIYESI opportunity to be on here. I will be displaying some of the picture of what have happened during the time the KABIYESI was in the country. Let me just start from there. Let me give you some of the a picture of what have happened. This is the symbol of the royal house of the Elerinmo of Erinmo, Arowotawaya too. This is the symbol and this is the logo of the kingdom that you are seeing. And at the same time, we received a message from one of the great partner in South Africa, which I'm still going to get there, but we're still going to talk about that as well. This foundation is collaboration, where doing the collaboration with the KABIYESI and organize this great visit and making everything so great. I really appreciate everyone in charge of this, and I want to sincerely thank you for this letter that you actually put on the space. I really appreciate it. Ambassador Marty, I really appreciate you. Thank you for the great job. And also, KABIYESI have opportunity to visit some of the schools in South Africa, especially in Alexandra High School, which KABIYESI have opportunity to also have time with the students of the Alexandra High School, and which is one of the great things. At the same time, over the weekend, KABIYESI was at the coronation of the Zulu King, which is one of the great opportunity for the Yorubas and for the Africa to be one. KABIYESI represent the Africa, represent Yoruba, and yet represent Nigeria. It was a great collaboration, which I really appreciated. In the picture you are seeing, you see the king himself, the Zulu King, which is one of the great opportunities. And also KABIYESI was standing there, and the president of the South Africa, His Excellency, is also there. Cyril Ramaphosa was also there as well. And at the same time, the KABIYESI was at one of the radio stations in Alexandra, where KABIYESI have opportunity to engage with the community and to speak with the people, the good people of South Africa. And at the same time, during the coronation last week, Saturday, KABIYESI have opportunity to meet the former president of South Africa, and at the same time, the current president is having handshake with KABIYESI. This is His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa with the KABIYESI there, and also KABIYESI have opportunity to meet with the previous president of South Africa, Jacob Zuma. Yeah, we really appreciate this collaboration, and I really thank everyone that make this possible. I celebrate you, sir. This is the picture KABIYESI take this morning at SABC in Auckland Park, South Africa, Johannesburg. All right, so that is just a few reports from what some of the things that we know about the trip of KABIYESI. But KABIYESI, I'm going to do this aspect in English for the benefit of those that are listening to us in South Africa and for others that don't understand Yoruba. KABIYESI, you are in South Africa, and it's a very great collaboration. Kindly give us a kind of understanding of what this visit is all about and what you have managed to cover, especially the collaboration between South Africa and Nigeria.
Okay, I am in South Africa essentially as a guest to attend the coronation of King Misuzulu of Zululand, which held a couple of days back. And in being in South Africa, I seized the opportunity to meet with Nigerians residents here, Yoruba's residents here, meet the current president in the course of the dinner, and of course the former president, President Jacob Zuma. And I now seize the opportunity, based on our partnership, to visit a very important part of South Africa, which is the Alexandra. When I'm done with this interview, I'm going to Soweto. And the idea is for us to open up new channels of relationship rather than sit back and allow the political class to determine what we should do. We feel that things should begin to relate with one another. We should build in relationship within the community level and the individual level as a support for whatever the government institutions are doing. And that is the idea. Because when you look at our skin, we are all the same. And all these borders that have been created within Africa are artificial borders. We are brothers, and we must learn to be our brother's keeper. That's essentially what I'm trying to achieve with my visit. And thank God, with my relationship with an NPO owned by Mole Boheng, Malti, we are now having a connection between the two countries where we are going to produce 5 underprivileged females, along with some chosen from South Africa, Alexandra, who will be sponsored on scholarship to go abroad in America to study law.
Wow. This is a great collaboration, and you can see the picture there. That is the KABIYESI having exchange of greeting with the current Zulu King, and it's live on the African Portal Radio TV right now. I just want you to please kindly share this program. For those of you that you are connecting with us, kindly share this program. The more you share it, the more you give it opportunity to go viral. I really appreciate that, KABIYESI, and I want to sincerely thank you for that great collaboration. It's overdue, and it's the right time that Africa needs to rise up to the reality of the time, try to remove the colonial border that is differentiating Africa within themselves, that is causing a lot of havoc. In the few time past, which we're not going to go into that, we experienced some of the challenges of the xenophobic between the South Africa and to some other African citizens, which is one of the things that make us feel very unhappy that such thing will be happening in times such as this in Africa. But I really appreciate it that, KABIYESI, you took it upon yourself to find a balance to that and to find a solution to that problem, to make sure that there is peace, joy, happiness within the African continent. KABIYESI, let me quickly take you on this. During your visit to KwaZulu-Natal, there are a lot of things happening there. What are the things that you actually come across during your visit that is more interesting to you?
Okay, thank you. Right from when I was a kid, I've always read about the Zulu Kingdom, the great Zulu Kingdom. And it was a wonderful opportunity for me to experience culture at its best and relate it to what our own culture in Yoruba land entails. I was at the stadium during the coronation. We saw how proud the Zulus were, wearing their traditional attire, publicly, even won by the former president Jacob Zuma, won by the king, won by everybody. It was a wonderful and exhilarating atmosphere watching that culture. I'm always excited when I see people remember their culture, because we did have a culture before so many things changed. And so it's important. And that's why history is very important. Students must be taught the right history for them to know where they are coming from. Because if you do not know where you are coming from, you probably will not be able to get to anywhere. You must know where you are coming from, and that will function and assist you to determine how you want to proceed further. So I had a good time in KwaZulu-Natal. I was hosted properly. I enjoyed the dinner, and it was a wonderful atmosphere. Also being in my own traditional Yoruba royal attire, which everybody acknowledged to be very, very quite glamorous, you know. And we had a good relationship. So this is a cultural exchange. We are actually even in discussion to come up with something that will connect the kingdoms in Africa, because before colonization, all we knew were kingdoms. The great Ashanti Kingdom, great Zulu Empire, great Yoruba Kingdom. That's all we knew. All these borders that we now have never existed. So we ourselves need to break those borders and begin to do things with each other. And I keep saying there's a need for Africa to begin to trade with Africa. There's a need for us to relate with one another. Africa is blessed with vast resources that are largely untapped. There's no reason why we should not work towards that. And so I think that if the kings begin to interrelate amongst themselves, it will serve as a pressure group to encourage and support whatever effort the government is doing.
Wow, wow. That is a very beautiful, lovely one, KABIYESI. I really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. As a matter of fact, your dressing there was actually one of the things that many people calling my attention to. Many South Africans calling me and said, "Oh, wow, we are there. We saw one of the Nigerian kings. He dressed so nice." You know, that is who we are. And I really appreciated that, KABIYESI, you have put it upon yourself to have this exchange of culture between ourselves. It's time that Africa needs to wear Africa, eat Africa, dress Africa. Let's promote our own thing. Let's promote what we have as Africa. We are a great continent with so much resources. Don't let us allow the politician to bring differences among us and to destroy this continent. This continent is a great continent, and with our kingdom and with our kings, we believe that Africa is on the rise. Thank you very much, KABIYESI. KABIYESI, let me quickly take you to the aspect that is very, very crucial. You are one of the educated king when we are talking about a very sound and very educated king. KABIYESI, can you take us to the line of history, your journey before you become king, and some of the things that the current generation needs to learn from your educational background, from your secular world, and from how you get to the throne right now?
Okay, thank you very much. One of the things that people need to know about me is that I was born by very well and highly educated parents. My father was the first university graduate in Erinmo land and the environment. My mother was a trained and educated teacher, and I was the firstborn that was brought up by very educated parents. So education was at the corner piece of my growing up. It was essential, it was important. Everything else had to give way before for my education. And so I started school early. I went to nursery, went to Bishop Smith Memorial. And the other thing they need to know is that I've been all over Nigeria. I've been to every of the 36 states in Nigeria. I've been to all the 12 or so countries in West Africa and several countries in Africa and of course the world. Traveling gives a lot of education and exposure. So I grew up under that strict tutelage. You know how it is when you are being trained by a teacher. My mom was a teacher. I either had to come first or second. And when I come second or third, there's a big problem. The discipline was extreme. And I thank God for that. That's what encouraged me this day. So I encourage everybody. If you are not well educated, it's important that you get educated, and it's important that you travel, you meet with people so that you can understand other cultures and learn from other people. This is the opportunity I had. So growing up after leaving primary school, I gained admission to several secondary schools, and several. I ended up choosing government college Ilorin, where I spent 1 year before I relocated to a military school. Well, because my mother was with the Ministry of Defense, I relocated to military school, Command Secondary School in Ipaja, Lagos, where I concluded. And then from there, I went to the university. My first degree was from the University of Ilorin. you know, where I studied sociology and business administration and accounting. From there, I got employment into the largest multinational in Nigeria at that time, under the Unilever Group, UAC of Nigeria PLC. Went for my service and then came back to start paid employment. And all my life, I had the opportunity to work for several multinationals, including the US giants too in the pharmaceutical industry. My job took me to Ghana for a while. I became the Director General of the Ghana Nigeria Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And you know, one thing or the other, I was working as Vice President, exporting to 21 African countries. I came to South Africa first to meet with a big pharmaceutical company called Aspen Pharmacare to discuss about HIV drugs for West Africa. So I've had a long career, sterling career by the grace of God in the organized private sector. But as a prince, when the call came for me to assume the position, I had no choice, because in Yoruba land, kingship doesn't come automatically. Kingship is spiritual. So even though you are a prince, there's no guarantee that you are going to become a king. So when it was time, of course, they have to check with Ifa. Ifa has to determine who is suitable among all the princes to be made king. And that is what happened in July 29, 2014, when I ascended the throne.
Wow, wow. Thank you, KABIYESI. KABIYESI, you will permit me, one of the things that I would love to also mention about you in your profile is that you have worked very, very hard. You have worked very hard for many companies, for many organizations, and you have been in the front line to make sure that there is a progress on all those organization. There's a time you have the Trade Council and the patron for the several other notable social, cultural, social, economic, and the youth organization as a person. And because of that, KABIYESI, let's quickly talk about the current situation of Erinjesha. When you become the king, and Erinmo Ijesha, yes sir, Erinmo Ijesha. When you become the king, what is the progress in the city, and what are the things that actually?
You know, my job essentially as king is to promote and protect the interests of my people and the welfare. And so, being an educated king, my first focus was on education, and I've worked tirelessly to build the educational infrastructure, physical infrastructure. Aside that, as I told you, we established a vocational school to ensure that most of the children become computer literate. I have placed a lot of the underprivileged but brilliant indigent students on scholarship. And so they are on the Arowotawaya scholarship, foundation scholarship, taking care of everything, including school uniform, including school bag, lunch pack, socks, and everything like that. So education now is the focus. Now we have also started a scheme where we've been empowering women. And in empowering women, we are empowering the entire community. Women are empowered, they are supported to start their vocation. Recently, we set up a new Gari processing factory, which is automated, and the women are working.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone joining us. I really appreciate it. I think where the line is failing us there, but we are still live and direct on the African Portal Radio TV International with KABIYESI in the studio with me, that we are having the conversation together. As you are connecting with us, I just want you to please share this program. Double Chief Ake Williams, I'm expecting you to connect if you are there. KABIYESI, thank you very, very much. I intentionally take you through that journey for the people listening to us in South Africa to have an idea of who you are and your achievement as well. KABIYESI, ibi tí a dé yìí ni wọ́n ti máa fi àdágbé èdè òyìnbó wọ́n mọ̀ jùlẹ̀ báyìí, èdè òyìnbó kó lọ wábì kan sùn sí náà wò. Ẹ wo, ẹ bá médè òyìnbó, ẹ bá mú ẹ lọ́ bá ń tì mọ́nú ilé, kò sédè èbó mọ́ lórí ètò yìí. Èdè ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́lẹ̀ ti gbọ́lédè èbó. Yorùbá ló kù táwọn fi máa jọ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ lórí ètò yìí ní wákàtí yìí. KABIYESI, ẹ jẹ́ sáré wo àjọṣepọ̀ láàrin orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa. Àwọn àjọṣepọ̀ wa dàbí ìgbà tó pé kò dán mọ́rán tó, pàápàá nípa ọ̀rọ̀ àṣà, wípé à ń gbé àṣà wa àti ìṣe wa lárugẹ láàrin orílẹ̀-èdè méjèèjì. Ipa wo lẹ̀ ń kó láti rí dájú pé àjọṣepọ̀ tó kún tó múnádóko wà láàrin orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa, pàápàá ẹ̀yà Yorùbá?
Ṣé ẹ rí, tí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá, ibikíbi tí a bá wà, a gbọ́dọ̀ hùwà ọmọlúàbí. ó ti di dandan pé tá bá wà níbì kan tó bá dàbí pé à ń ṣe dáadáa ju àwọn ẹlòmíì owó díẹ̀díẹ̀ lè máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó bá wà wọ́n ní when you are in Rome you behave like a Roman tá bá wà ń lò nílùú gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́yìn ṣe ń hùwà ọmọlúwàbí báyìí la ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣe ṣọ́rọ̀ mi ti yé ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tá à ń tà láti ṣe ń sìn ni pé a rí pé láàárín ìjọba sí ìjọba àwọn àjọṣepọ̀ pọ̀ ìwé wà ńlẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n wọn kò múnádókun dé ilẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ àwọn èèyàn so bí mo ṣe wá ẹ̀ ń sìn tí wọ́n rí mi tí mo bọ́ bá wọn náà sọ̀rọ̀ tá a jọ jókòó mo tún bá wọn lórí ìlú wọn sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ náà a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbé yẹ̀wò náà láti ọwọ́ àwa
ojú òpó fẹ́ máa ṣe apá kan jà mọ́ ẹ̀yin tí wọlé tó jẹ́ àgbàgbé ètò yìí mo dúpẹ́ pé òkú lọ́wọ́ yín ojú òní tì yín ìbàjẹ́ òní bá yín ní rí gbé sọnù o bí ò ṣe ibi ọmọ lágbára Èdùmàrè ó ń dún yàtọ̀ lórí the African Portal Radio nílùú Victoria ẹlẹ́rọ àmì ìtìtì lórí òkè wọ́tà kúlùfẹ́ náà láwa yìí ibẹ̀ láti ń dá kẹ̀kẹ́ lukẹ̀ ibẹ̀ láti ń dá pọ̀tà tí mi pọ̀ tí gbogbo ẹ̀ tó ti ń dùn.
ara wa ni.
ojú òpó ń ṣe apá kan jà mọ́ kò ní bàjẹ́ fẹ́ni kankan wọ ojú òní tiwa àní rí gbé sọnù bí ò ṣe bí ọmọ lágbára Èdùmàrè nígbà tí kábíyèsí la wà lójú òpó ètò tàjọ ní fọ̀rọ̀jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ lórí the African Portal Radio nílùú Victoria mo ń bọ̀ wọn ò tí ì dé ẹ jẹ́ ń gbé díẹ̀ wá fún yín nípa Double Chief Akin Williams ti wà lójú òpó ètò pẹ̀lú mi Double Chief Akin Williams mo kí yín mo nà yín lọ́gọ̀ ẹnu ojú òní tì yín ìbàjẹ́ òní bá yín ní rí gbé sọnù bí ò ṣe bí ọmọ lágbára Èdùmàrè ire báyìí lójú owó rí ire nílé yìí ire lọ́dẹ̀ yìí ire ní gbogbo ibi tí ẹ bá wà ní kú fọ́tayọ̀ ẹ bá ń dó sójú òpó òun ẹ fún mi ní ìṣẹ́jú kan ẹ bá ń dó sójú òpó òun ẹ fún mi ní ìṣẹ́jú kan mò ń bọ̀ òun ò tí ì dé ẹ̀yin tí wọlé sórí àtàgbé yìí ẹ wò ó kábíyèsí rèé àwọn iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí kábíyèsí ti ṣe lórílẹ̀‐èdè South Africa àwọn ibi tí kábíyèsí ti lọ àwọn rèé pẹ̀lú ọba orílẹ̀‐èdè South Africa olórí orílẹ̀‐èdè South Africa ní ìgbà kan rí Jacob Zuma àwọn náà jọ ń kíra wọn yìí wọ́n tún wà pẹ̀lú ọba ti Zululand àwọn tí wọ́n bá náà jọ ń kíra wọn tí wọ́n jọ ń fi iyì ọmọlúwàbí tán fi ń wọra wọn yìí ó dé báyìí náà ni kó máa wọlé ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa o ojú òní ti wà ìbàjẹ́ òní bá wa lágbára Èdùmàrè kábíyèsí ó padà wọlé sójú òpó ètò láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà kábíyèsí ó padà wọlé láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà tẹ́mi àti wọn tá a máa ní fọ̀rọ̀jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ètò yìí ẹ máa bá ṣíà ètò yìí ẹ máa ṣíà ẹ lógúnlógún ẹ máa ṣíà ẹ lọ́gbọ̀nlọ́gbọ̀n gbogbo ẹ tí ń gbọ́ wa ní gbogbo àgbáńlá ayé pátápátá ìbàjẹ́ òní bá wa ojú òní ti wá. Ire báyìí lójú owó rí ire ní kó máa wọlé ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa ìbùkún kó máa wọlé ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa yòó kó máa wọlé ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa àníri gbé sọnù o bí ò ṣe bí ọmọ lágbára Èdùmàrè a sì ń ní ọ̀rọ̀ àjọsọ tá a sì ń bá kábíyèsí sọ tó jẹ́ pé ojú òpó ibi tá a gbé wọn sí ni ojú òpó ti ṣe apá kan jà mọ́ à ń retí kí kábíyèsí padà wọlé sójú àtàgbé ètò yìí kí àjọmọ́ bá ìfọ̀rọ̀jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ yìí lọ ìṣẹ́jú tá a ní lórí ètò yìí yóò pọ̀ rárá tá a bá ti rí kábíyèsí gbé wọlé padà àjọ máa ṣàlàyé lọ. ìbàjẹ́ òní bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan kan wà ojú òní ti wá ẹ má bá ń ṣíà ètò yìí ẹ má bá ń ṣíà ẹ lógúnlógún ẹ má bá ń ṣíà ẹ lọ́gbọ̀nlọ́gbọ̀n ire báyìí lójú owó rí ire ní kójú ẹnìkan kan wà ọmọ àrí àní dààmú àti ní rí ń gbé sọnù bí ò ṣe bí ọmọ lágbára Èdùmàrè. kábíyèsí ń bẹ lójú òpó pẹ̀lú mi tẹ́mi àti wọn tájọ́ ní fọ̀rọ̀jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn nǹkan tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa àti ìtẹ̀síwájú tí ó ń bá àjọṣepọ̀ tó wà láàrin orílẹ̀-èdè South Africa àti orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà gbogbo èyí tí ń wọlé ojú òní tì yín ẹ má bá ń ṣíà ètò yìí ẹ má bá ń ṣíà 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 ẹ má ṣíà ẹ lógúnlógún ẹ máa ṣíà ẹ lọ́gbọ̀nlọ́gbọ̀n ẹjọ́ lọ ká gbogbo àgbáńláyé Double Chief Akin Williams náà ti wà lójú òpó ètò yìí tí àwọn náà ń kí kábíyèsí tó ń gbé kábíyèsí níyì tó ń gbé kábíyèsí ní ẹ̀yẹ tí àjọ ń ṣe tí gbogbo ẹ̀ tó jọ ń dùn tó ń dùn lójú òpó ire kó wọlé wa ayọ̀ kó wọlé wa ìbùkún kó wọlé ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa àní dààmú o ire lójú owó rí ire náà ni kó máa jẹ́ títí wa ẹ jẹ́ gbé Double Chief Akin Williams wọlé kí wọ́n bá ń kí kábíyèsí kó tó di pé a mọ̀ dágbére kò lórí àtẹ̀gbẹ́ ètò yìí. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ń gbọ́ wa ní gbogbo àgbáńlá ayé pátápátá, mo kọ́kùnrin, mo kóbìnrin, mo kọ́mọdé, mo kágbà, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin àṣàǹdí pátápátá, ẹ ṣeun o, ojú òní tì yín, ìbàjẹ́ òní bá yín, ẹ ní dààmú lágbára Èdùmàrè. Ẹ máa bá ń ṣíà ètò yìí, ẹ máa bá ń ṣíà ẹ̀ lógúnlógún, ẹ máa bá ń ṣíà ẹ̀ lọ́gbọ̀nlọ́gbọ̀n. Double Chief Akin Williams, tẹ́ bá ti wọlé sójú àgbàgbé, ẹ bá ń kí kábíyèsí, kẹ́ bá ń fi ọmọlúwàbí wọ kábíyèsí, ẹ bá ń kí kábíyèsí lógúnlógún, ẹ bá ń kí kábíyèsí lọ́gbọ̀nlọ́gbọ̀n, ẹ bá ń fi ọmọlúwàbí, ẹ bá ń fi wọ kábíyèsí. Double Chief Akin Williams ti wà lójú òpó ètò pẹ̀lú mi tí èmi àti wọn tí àjọmọ́ rò pọ̀. Double Chief Akin Williams, mo dúpẹ́ pé òkú pé ẹ wọlé sórí àtàgbé yìí, ẹ bá ń kí kábíyèsí, kẹ ẹ bá ń kí àwọn èèyàn àti gbogbo ní gbogbo àgbáńlá ayé, kẹ ẹ ṣàlàyé fáwọn èèyàn wa kábíyèsí ìtàn jẹ́ láwùjọ.
Mo kí aláyélúwà wa kábíyèsí Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Odunayo Ajayi. Tí mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ dárúkọ wọn, the great and one and only Elerinmo of Erinmo ní ìlú Ọ̀ṣun.
Ẹ ṣeun Double Chief. Ojú òní tì yín, ìbàjẹ́ òní bá yín, ẹ ní rí ń gbé sọnù bí ó ṣe bí ọmọ lágbára Èdùmàrè.
Mo kì í fún iṣẹ́ takuntakun àti lọ́sọ̀ state. Takuntakun mo tẹ́ ẹ ṣe tẹ́ ẹ gbé àṣà àti òfin ìlú àti ìbárúkẹ àti àgbáyé àti pẹ̀lú yín. Nítorí àwọn nǹkan báyìí bẹ́ẹ̀ là ń fẹ́ gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba wa kọ́ máa ṣe, kọ́ máa polówó kíkọ́, kọ́ dẹ̀ máa pe kọ́jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ ní ìlú àtàwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ wa tí wọ́n spread abroad all over the world. The sons and daughters of this kingdom, wọ́n máa bẹ̀rù fájú yìí, kábíyèsí máa ṣàlàyé àwọn tó ń bẹ ní ìlú ní kílẹ̀ fún ẹ̀gbọ́n tó wà ìdá. Táwọn òyìnbó náà kọ́ máa gbọ́ nípa nǹkan pàǹtí ní ìlú lórí ìṣètò àgbà, wọ́n máa gbọ́ gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ń lọ gbogbo ẹ̀ tàbí àwọn ìṣẹ́ lórí ẹgbẹ́ àti lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí ò jẹ́ kó dání pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ ìdàkúntẹ̀ ìṣe. Mo fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, a máa jú dáṣe. Òbí òde tí a ò dáhùn níbẹ̀ wá. Ẹ máa rí jẹ òkú nílẹ̀ kan sí i.
Ẹ ṣeun.
Mo lè fún after quarter days to the Victoria South Africa lórí ìrẹ̀ta gbogbo ìgbẹ́ Mr. Elerinmo lójú olùsọ lójú àwọn náà wọ́n kò ṣe takuntakun tó ń ṣe. Ìrẹ̀ pípẹ́ pé wọ́n tún gbé wọn wá sí orí àlà the African Portals Radio Victoria South Africa ní àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Yorùbá àti gbogbo ọmọ Erinmo káwọn náà gbọ́ kábíyèsí iṣẹ́ náà o. Ìwà pẹ̀lú láì.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Our Double Chief Akin Williams is already there. It's fine. We can just be using the audio to speak to KABIYESI just for us to round up.
But you see, I don't like this because we agreed on a time. Now you took long and the police escort has left.
Oh, okay. All right, no problem.
I made sure that I respected your time. We were ready by 11 o'clock, but you did not respect mine.
Okay, no problem. We still continue with...
It is a problem, sir. It is a problem. Can I just sort out this problem that you've caused, please?
Okay, all right. Thank you. All right, Double Chief Akin Williams is already on the call with us. That is, the time is a challenge that we are having, as KABIYESI still have a lot of things to attend to on the other side as well. A lot of people want KABIYESI. KABIYESI needs to visit the Mandela House in Soweto, and also KABIYESI needs to also be in one or two places before we round up. So we have a very limited time with KABIYESI, which we really appreciate. Double Chief Akin Williams, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
All right. Thank you very much.
I want to thank I want to thank the presenter as well, and I want to thank the radio station for the privilege of all of us to listen to KABIYESI. Please stop your annoyance.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Double Chief Aki Williams. All right, Double Chief Aki Williams, one of the things that I want us to do right here is the promoting the Yoruba as a culture, especially exchanging our culture within ourselves, within Africa. One of the things that we can do is what KABIYESI just do in South Africa in the last couple of weeks. What do you think we need to do in going forward on this?
You see, KABIYESI have done the right move, the needful, and showing the other KABIYESI that it is very vital to reach out to exchange our culture with other foreign countries. Exchanging of culture and tradition is very paramount. It helps us to improve. It helps us to understand ourselves. It helps us to reach out to our people in those communities that are in other countries, and it helps them to know what is going on at home. This is a fantastic move. It's a fantastic work. I commend KABIYESI. I commend South Africa that is engaging KABIYESI. I commend you too as well. Please keep the good flag flying. It's a cultural heritage. It is a cultural exchange, and it is a brotherly thing. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Double Chief Aki Williams, joining us all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Double Chief Aki Williams. Thank you for the pleasure of your time. Keep it up. You are one of the people that promotes the Yoruba culture and the African culture, and I celebrate that as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you. All right, everyone, this is where we will be drawing the curtain. Thank you for the pleasure that we have to communicate with KABIYESI, as KABIYESI has some other assignments to attend to. So KABIYESI will not be able to connect back, but we really appreciate the KABIYESI to be on the African Portal Radio TV International. I really appreciate it. And I want to thank every one of you that have been part of this journey. Thank you for the pleasure of your time, and thank you for sharing it. Thank you for letting it go viral. I celebrate every one of you. We will be with KABIYESI later in the day as well. I will be giving you the reports from that physical meeting with KABIYESI. Thank you very much. Keep sharing it. Keep watching it. This is the African Portal Radio TV International, coming to you live from Pretoria in South Africa. I really appreciate every one of you. Thank you, and God bless you. Really good. Enjoy this, one of the trip of KABIYESI with the students in Soweto, in Alexandra. Also, KABIYESI will be having some meeting with some stakeholder in Soweto as well. But let's quickly enjoy this, as KABIYESI also spent time with some of the students in Alexandra in Johannesburg. Let's quickly bring that on the spotlight, and let's believe that in the next program that is coming up, we're going to be giving you nothing but the best of what is coming from our side. Keep watching the...
You are the choir mistress now, oh yeah?
Wahala